Hey, what is going on, Aries? Butch Tarot here. I am going to do your 1 week read. It is a general read, so it may not resonate with everyone. It is for your sun, moon, rising, and your Venus. For all you cross watchers, roles can be reversed. Always feel free to comment down below. I get this question a lot. Once in a while, I'll just straight up just do a mass answer. A lot of people ask me how do they know what their moon, rising, and Venus are? Quickest answer, do a natal chart calculator. Not only is it going to give you a lot of really, really in-depth answers to a lot of questions you may have and questions you may not even know you have yet, but it will tell you what your sun, moon, rising, and your Venus are. Where we're doing love, Venus is going to be very important, so really give you some in-depth look into that as well. How you show, how you receive love. But it's a natal, N-A-T-A-L, chart calculator. I believe they're free everywhere. If you find one that isn't free, keep looking. I think I always get this wrong, but Cafe Astrology, or Astrology Cafe, can't remember. Some sequence of those words is what I use. I know that's terrible. I'm just really bad at remembering. I only did it the one time, and I saved it on my phone. So, anyway, with all that being said, we're going to use a Wild Reflections Tarot. And let's get it. Universe, message do we have for Aries? What is coming in for Aries? What is coming in for Aries? What can we see for Aries? This is way too hot for December. I can feel the heat in my hands from pulling those cards. Well, let's get right into it, Aries. I feel this incredibly strong energy around you. Incredibly strong. We start off right off the rip. We're just going to go for it. We have new love in that Lover's card. It's something that is going to be obvious. You knew it. You're right. You knew with this connection from the moment you met this person. You knew they weren't like everybody else. They weren't like anybody else. And I feel like you knew this is what you've been waiting for. Not only is this what you wanted, what you've been wanting, it's what you've been needing. And the want and need, so many times we get in that crazy point in our life where want versus need. We come into this area where, do we go for what we want? Do we go for what we need? In this situation, it's taken the work out of it. It's what you want and need. This is what you've been waiting for. We're gonna unpack this all. We're gonna get into it. I'm gonna give you the details. We're gonna spill the tea. But just know that this is off the rip. I'm loving it. I mean, we started off strong, and we're not backing down here. We got the Empress and the Emperor, that masculine, that feminine, that the strength and the nurture, the wants and the needs. Like I said, that masculine and the feminine energy, the nurturer, the protector. But what I see in this and what I'm feeling from it is it's both of you. It's not one is one and one is the other. It's not like this is them and this is you, or this is you and this is them. I think I said it both the same way. I feel like this is both of you. I feel like you both have that side of yourself, the nurturer and the protector. Now, with this person, I'm not be. This is not my first day talking, I swear. I've done this before, so let's just rewind that and try it again. There's a lot of intensity in this. But like I said with that Lover's card, I always like to refer to it in my own certain terms, that iceberg love. You can see it. It's obvious there's something there. How deep it goes, we have to get closer to find out. How much is really there? How big is it really? So like I said, there is this physical, passionate energy between the two of you, but it's something much deeper. Much, much deeper. Like I said in the beginning, I feel like it's intensity. It's an intense connection. But it's also very nurturing as well. It's not just, we have those intense connections in our life. We'll call them what they are: physically charged. They burn strong, but they burn out fast. It's almost like the love that I see here, the connection, is like the fuel to this fire, and it keeps it burning hot. We have passion and we have love. I'm loving how this is like the duality of this. It's not just a one-sided thing. Like I said, the wants and needs, not wants versus needs. The nurture, protector in both sides. The love, the passion. I mean, I feel like with this person, fantasizing, dreaming, being able to share that with each other very easily as well. Just being able to be open with this person. The establishment of trust was from day one. Just feeling like you can trust this person, and the more and the closer you get to each other, that just holds true. You know what you want. You're not afraid to say it. With this person, they're not afraid to tell you. Is that there's this fearlessness about you and them. And I feel like this is what makes this connection so great. Is we're not afraid to be honest. We're not afraid to be open. We're not holding back. Not holding any punches. And I don't mean that literally, obviously. I just mean like sometimes when we're with someone, we have boundaries. There's things that we don't know if we can say, and there's things that we don't necessarily say with this connection. I feel like there is none of that. There's no holding back. There's with that Queen of Swords and the Nine of Swords in reverse. Then we have the Seven of Swords in reverse. No secrets. There's nothing you can't tell each other, and I feel like that's what makes this incredibly strong. And that's what gives this so much life and keeps it rolling. Like I said, there's passion. Hell yeah, there's passion. But there's this nice coating of love as well. Caring about each other. Now, you thought we were going to get through this all rainbows. But I mean, for a fire sign, I've said this before, I've talked about it, but here we go. We get the Five of Wands. I feel like even though you have this great connection, even though all these things are just, coming up roses for you, um, I feel like they challenge you and you're going to challenge them. And I don't feel like that's a bad thing. That just, you know, that's one thing you're really going to notice about this person is the strength that they have. They can hold up with you any day. And I feel like that's what a fire sign at the end of the day needs. I feel like the strength is it's really gonna cause us to move forward. The connection that you have with this person, and like I said, not holding any punches, so not afraid to say things that maybe somebody might have been afraid to say to you before. Maybe somebody held back, but this person doesn't hold back, and I feel like you're just gonna dig that about them, and they're gonna dig that about you, and that's what causes this to be such a great connection. And like I said before with the Lovers card, I kind of coined it the iceberg love, but there's another term I use for it. Anybody that watches me knows it's that firefighter love. It's that love that you have, like if you think about a fire, when things get hot and people are all running out, they're running away, they're trying to get out, but you get that firefighter that runs in. They're not afraid of the fire. They're not afraid to get a little burn. That's what they do because they care. And that's what I see here. I see, even though you challenge each other, I feel like you challenge each other, but you also nurture each other. Stronger together. I feel like this is a connection that I don't know if I've ever seen a connection this intense and this loving all in one. A lot of these intense connections, they burn out so quickly, that they burn hot, but it's kind of like setting fire to some old dry hay. It's going to burn real fast. It's going to burn real hot, but it's going to burn out really quickly. But this, like I said, we have that love just fueling this. I love it. I don't know why. I do know why. This tarot deck, this card, is probably my favorite card. I just love how happy she is. Like, we've all been at a place, and I know I've said this before, but I just love this. I dig it. The Sun card, this is the best representation of the Sun card I've ever seen. I mean, she didn't even put on clothes when she left the house. She got her house coat on. She got no shoes, no socks. She just out living her best life. The sun going, she's banging on her gong. Let's go. Let's go. I love it. I love it. Yeah, I love this for you. And trust me, there's no doubt who this person's going to be. For some of you, that you may already met this person, for this is someone coming in, but there's no doubt who it is. Trust your intuition. Like I said, there's going to be points with this person, they're going to piss you off, and you're going to piss them off. But it's not about that. It's about what happens next. That really sets this connection apart from any other. We have a lot of energy going on here. I mean, we have a lot of fire, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. We have some air as well, some Gemini, some Aquarius. We got some water, like I said. We got Pisces. We got some Cancer. I really wouldn't be surprised if this person has a lot of fire in their chart, but with a nice mix of that, like, watery part. Like, it's a nice mix, but I'm thinking there's a lot of fire in this person. We've talked about it before. I've talked about it. I don't know why I say we, because nobody else is talking. But in like the comments and stuff, we've had discussions, and I've talked to other friends of mine, other tarot readers, other people in general. And I've always discussed. I've had long discussions about this, about fire signs, because as most of you know, it's the 18th today. It's my birthday. I am a fire sign. I am a Sagittarius sun and moon and a Leo rising. All kinds of fire in me. And I think truly I have a good grasp on what I'm about to say. This is something from years of experience that I've noticed. I noticed someone that's heavy in fire. We need someone that understands that. You know, fire signs aren't necessarily for the weak at heart. And what I mean by that is, now this is all contingent on what's in your charts. You know, you may have a lot of water in your charts, or a lot of air, or a lot of earth. It may not just be fire like me. But someone with a lot of fire needs someone that can handle it. You know, we need someone that can dish it back as well. You know, for me personally, I can't be in a relationship where I'm allowed to just rule. You know, I need pushback. I need someone to say, hey, you know what? You're being stupid. You know, hey, you're wrong. I need that. You know, I couldn't, I've been in relationships where I was the dominant. You know, and even so much to, and this is years ago, because as most of you know, I've been in the same relationship for 16 years. So this is going back when I was a little bit more of a, you know, had a little bit more toxic masculinity in me. You know, always feeling like you had to be the dominant one. You know, always feeling like, you know, you had to be right all the time. And there were some times when I was, you know, I'd be dating someone and I'd even challenge them and say something stupid. And, you know, and that's not just in love. It's the way I am in life. I can't be surrounded by yes people. I don't thrive in that setting. I thrive in a setting where I'm being challenged. And I hope I make that clear. You know, and like I said, I mean, some people just are people pleasers. And I'm not saying I can't have friends and I don't have people in my life that are, you know, sometimes just take what I say and run with it. You know, I'm not going to not be your friend because of it. But what I'm saying is I need a structure. You know, one thing, me and my dad never really had a loving relationship. But we always challenged each other. Like, I never backed down for my dad, and he never backed down for me. And being he was my dad and growing up, a lot of times we would clash. But I feel like I fed so much off that relationship that it really, it drove me to be a better person. You know, like my mom, she's an Aries. My mom was always like kind of a, what do I call it? She's always one of those people that kind of like talks you up. Even when you're doing stupid shit, even when you don't deserve to be talked up, she'd talk you up. You know, when you did something wrong, she'd always downplay it. And, you know, always trying to give you a way out. With my dad, he never did that. He never sugarcoated shit. He went right to the point. You know, and I appreciated that about my dad. And not that I didn't love my mom. I love my mom. I talk to her every day. Love her. She's one of my favorite people. But I think I was raised into who I am today, mostly because my dad challenged me. I think if my dad would have been the same as my mom, I probably just, been in this place now where I expected everything. And I feel like a lot of people from my generation was raised that way. They had at least one person challenging them and not afraid to hurt your feelings. But I need that. I need someone that's going to challenge me. My point of the story is I feel like fire signs need someone that can handle the fire and aren't afraid to dish it back. Because I feel like if you're a fire sign and you're with someone that just rolls over for you all the time, I don't know what kind of longevity you can get from that. I'm not saying you got to fight with your fire sign all the time. I like a nice healthy argument, healthy debate, but I wouldn't want to do it all the time. I like winning sometimes too. But I don't like getting the free win. I like earning it. Anyway, be good. Take care. Stay safe.